All right, we are live. Wait till we get some people in here, start chatting things up. But yes, this is just a test stream. I've never done this before, so there's something new. So yeah, I'm gonna be like looking at a bunch of this stuff here because like I don't know what I'm doing, bro. But yeah, I might go ahead and share this to some people. Maybe get some people in here. All right, let's see here. How do I do this exactly? Or can I not do it from a separate device? Yo, welcome in. I can't see who's coming in, but welcome. Oh, Isaac, what's up? We're doing there's like a test stream thing. I think he just left. We're doing like a test stream thing, so wait till we get some people in here and stuff like that. So but yeah, let me get I don't know if I could share it from my phone or I have to share it from here or what I how I would do it exactly. Let's see here. If I just maybe send it to myself to my phone and then I can do it that way. I don't know. See that this might work. Get some people in here, ask some questions, make this more interesting than me just sitting here doing nothing. All right. I'm assuming I can see my own live. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to share this to people. IG, TikTok, whatever. See if we get some people joining here. All of my good friends on social media. Oh, we got 2 viewers. Welcome to the live. This is the first live ever. So bear with me as we're getting stuff situated and set up. But I figured it's about time I go live on here. Ain't been live once on YouTube. If you all got any questions or whatever, feel free to say anything in the chat. I'm going to answer every single question. But I'm just trying to get this live out to some other people. Don't think it works on TikTok, but all right, I sent it to a number of people. All right. I don't know if you can like add stuff. Like I don't even know like what you can do. I know I can share screen and maybe I could like that's the thing. I don't want to get copyrighted. So like I don't know what I can show. That's the only issue. Cause like, me, I would just like have an anime pulled up and be watching it or something, but like I can't almost positive I cannot do that. They would take my stream down like right away. It's also like kind of late, so some people might already be in bed. I don't even know what people are doing. But yeah, we got the goal thing here. Like I don't even think I added a goal. No, I didn't add a goal. Oh, yeah, there's like Q&A, start a poll, stuff like that, but I don't know what I'm doing. If anyone's got any questions, hit it up in the chat. Any questions at all about anime, pertaining to anime? I should specify on that. There's been times I say like, "Hey, like ask a question," and then people will just say like the most random weirdest stuff, and I'm not answering that. Like, so keep it anime, please. I wish I could see like everybody that's in here, bro. Like that would be very nice. All right, question: how'd you like the end of Spy Family? I loved it. Spy Family was my number one anime this year. Um, I just love everything about it. It's like one of those like perfect animes, like action, comedy, drama, mystery, suspense, romance. It's got like everything. Um, I'm sad that it ended, but like obviously, every season has to come to an end. So like I can't wait for what's gonna be. I'm assuming season four. I don't think it's gonna be a movie, but yeah, season four, and I cannot wait for that. It might be like I don't know, 2027 or maybe even 2028. I don't know. I feel like they've been pumping out Spy Family pretty quickly. It started in 22, I think, and there's been 3 seasons, so it's almost 1 season a year. They had the movie in between 2 and 3, so, like, if we get something from it, like, in between each one, I think that would be great. Like, I wanted to, um I wanted to, like, get an announcement, like, today. Like, I have to it ends, and then I mean, they did say at the very end, "See you next mission," so it's, like, one of those things, like, yeah, like, we're gonna get more. We just don't know when. Excuse me, so, yeah, I loved it. Great question, by the way. Appreciate the question. Um, yeah, I sent this live to a couple people, so I don't know who's gonna like, hop in and stuff. I also didn't tell anybody I was going live. I was just like, I'm gonna do it. So that could be another reason why we maybe don't get as many people in here. Because maybe people like it a little more coordinated. It's more scheduled and stuff like that. So, which I'll probably end up doing at some point, especially Monday, Tuesday coming up. There's like almost no seasonal anime, so maybe I'll go live then and discuss a couple of things about the fall season, about upcoming animes in 2026, stuff like that. Um, so yeah, we'll see when those days come. But yeah, so hopefully we get some people in here. If it goes a while and there's not as many people, then I'll just be like, all right, I'll end it. So, but I also think that this automatically goes up onto my channel. Like people can just watch it whenever. I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly, but I guess we'll find out once I hit end stream. So yeah, if people miss this, then they can maybe watch this after. I'd say like 15 or I don't know, 15, 20 minutes go by and then um oh, what's up, Quad? What's up, man? So it's late for you, ain't it? Should become a VOD afterwards, I think. VOD. What's a VOD? I don't think I know what VOD is. You might have to explain that to me. I don't think I know what it is. Oh, playing Battlefield? Nice, man. Yeah, I figure I'd go live. This kind of like a testing thing. Monday, Tuesday, it's gonna be kind of light on the seasonals before the winter season starts. I might go live on those days and kind of, discuss anime and stuff. But this is kind of just like a testing stream, video of the stream. Okay, got you. Hmm. I never heard of VOD before, but yeah, I'm assuming it goes straight to my channel because I think with the Anime Association, like we've gone live, so like after we end the live, then it's like a video on the channel. So I'm assuming that's how they all work, pretty much. But yeah, like I was saying, Monday, Tuesday, I'll probably go live, maybe depending on if I'm up for it. Most of the time, I'm not. Most of the time, I don't feel like going live and talking a bunch and exerting so much energy and stuff. It's just I just wanted to kind of test this out here. So because like I was told like, hey, like start going live on YouTube. So now I'm gonna hopefully start going live on YouTube more often. But we'll see how things progress as we grow the channel. Oh, okay, I missed Quad's, comment. Video on demand. Okay, that's what it is. Got you. Yeah, I never heard of it referred to that before then, before 2 minutes ago, but yeah, I appreciate you guys, joining. I didn't like I was saying earlier, I didn't really send this to anybody's or I sent it to people, but I didn't really, like, tell anybody, like, "Hey, I'm going live." So, like, people probably in bed or whatever. Then again, it is Saturday night, people probably stay up later Saturday nights, don't they? So, hopefully, some people will come in here. I get check and see if some people maybe read my message, unless people are pretty busy. Quad, I don't think I've asked you, what's your like I know you're like really looking forward to Sentence to Be a Hero, but like, is that your number one anime for the winter, or do you have another one? I'm assuming that's your number one because you've been hyping that one up like crazy, and I'm excited for it too. It looks really, really good, and like I said in the chat, I will be reacting to it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. That is your number one. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it looks really good. And I like you was kind of bummed out it got delayed. I don't know why it got delayed. Was it like production issues or something like that? It seems like we've gotten a lot of like production issues with stuff lately. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, my number one, now that I think about it, I mean, I'm probably gonna have to say Frieren. I mean, it's only gonna be 10 episodes, and I really wish it was more, but I know that like the manga's on hiatus, so like we have to wait. That way we're not like caught up like within a year or something, you know? But like I'm really excited for Frieren, Fire Force, JJK, Oshinoko, Vigilantes, Hell's Paradise, Sentence to Be a Hero, Fate Strange Fake, Trigun, Star. I keep forgetting about freaking Trigun Stargaze. Um, I'm also really excited for You and I Are Polar Opposites. That looks like a very beautiful romance anime. I have to double check what studio it is, or unless Quad knows, because I know you keep up with that stuff. But like, um, it looks really, really like the art style looks gorgeous. So I'm excited for that. Oh, nice. Ivy read it. Cool, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm excited for like it's like 10 or 11. I mean, obviously I'm going to watch a lot more cuz you all know like I watch like everything pretty much. But like 11 of them or so is probably like what I'm most excited for. Um which is mainly kind of how I decipher like what I'm going to react to. Like if I'm like, "Oh, like this anime is being hyped up or this anime looks really good or looks promising or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm most likely going to react to it." And I feel like 11 is a lot because, like, at least comparing to other reactors on YouTube, I see, yo, what's up, Briss? What's up, Chris? Appreciate you joining. But yeah, so like I see like other people. Um, what's up, Bart? Thanks for joining, even though you think I'm a dork. But this is like a test stream. I was telling them, I might kind of go live Monday, Tuesday, since those are like light days for seasonals. But yeah, what was I saying before that? Um, oh, comparing to like other YouTube reactors, um, they only do like 5. And if I'm gonna do 11, that's like over twice the amount. So, but like I'm very passionate about this and I want this YouTube thing to be a thing for me. So like that's why. But working on the calendar today and I'm not ready. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, the that's what I've been saying. Like the winter season, I feel it's gonna be the most stacked it's ever been. Thank you, Art. But yeah, like I'd say 2026 in general, right? Like it's probably gonna be the biggest year in anime history. I keep commenting that on people's videos and stuff. But like, especially the winter season, like how many returns we're getting. Like Freeren's coming back, JJK's coming back, Fire Force coming back, Trigun's coming back, Hell's Paradise is coming back, Oshinoko, Vigilantes. And then we're also getting like some new ones too that like look really good, like Sadness to Be a Hero. So thoughts on the DB news we're getting soon. What you think it's finna be? Um, I don't even know at this point. Like, I feel like I just feel like they keep blue balling us. Like they keep acting like, oh yeah, like we're gonna get something huge, and then it's just like a drawing that Toyotaro drew. It's like, damn man, like we know you can draw. Like, come on, give us more super or something. Like I would like to see a movie that ties in Daima into super because I feel like Daima is unfinished from where we left off. And the amount of people that complained about like the retcons and all these different things, right? Which makes sense because like there's certain stuff in Super that based off of Daima, because Daima's directly after Z, doesn't make sense to be in Super, right? So um Hopefully, like a movie that ties them in, that would be nice. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I've read the manga for Fear, and this next arc is definitely not as insane as the first season. Okay, yeah. I mean, for me personally, even like the slow episodes, I still loved. The one of the biggest things about Freerun that I feel like if you're an anime fan and you appreciate the art and the visuals and like how it looks, you should like Freerun because it looks gorgeous. Like Matt, obviously it's Madhouse, and Quad and I talked about this multiple times, especially with like retro animes like in the '90s and stuff. But like Madhouse is like really freaking good. And so like I'm just like, if you like anime, how can you not like Frieren? You know, even the slow episodes, like, and it's not even that slow, but there's also comedy in it. Like it kind of makes up for being slow, in my opinion. But yeah, Daima is an alternate universe. I read. Okay. Um, I don't. I'm not sure about the theories and different things like that, right? So I know because like what's his Toyotaro, he came out with saying like technically everything's canon, technically. But I mean, there's still some people that are like, well, GT is never going to be canon in my eyes, sort of thing, right? So like, I don't know. I think maybe it's just up for interpretation on those things. Could be theories, could be hypotheses and stuff. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I still love it, but I think anime only will be a little upset with seasonal overall. Okay, I guess I'll have to wait and see because I'm anime only. So I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, even if it is kind of slow, I, I'll probably still love it. I'm not the harshest critic. I mean, like with we talk about this on Discord and stuff, but like One Punch Man, people shit on it and stuff, but like I do, like I didn't really care for it, but I didn't go out of my way to be like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. I was just like, I don't like it, so I'm gonna drop it. You know, because there's no aura farming and nonstop fights. Damn, shonen brain rot. Yeah, yeah, I agree. And it's so sad too because like things like um things like slice of life, and it's just like I can appreciate that as much as I can appreciate shonen fights because I love fights. Shonen is probably my favorite genre if I'm being completely honest, but like I watch everything, so I don't just limit myself to that. I expand my horizons. I watch every genre of anime. Yeah, yeah, Water Magician, bro. I just could not. I could not, man. It was just like I think the biggest thing was like it was kind of like you guys were like hyping it up so much, saying, "Oh, this is gorgeous." It was not. I'm sorry. It's just a difference of opinion on that. I mean, because art is subjective, so like we're gonna have different views on it. But it's just I don't know. I just could not. I just couldn't, man. The backgrounds and everything. I don't know. Maybe I did critique that too hard, and I'm not even saying the show overall is bad. The biggest thing for me was the visuals. Like I didn't, if I'm being honest, I didn't really give the story a chance. I know you guys like, especially, excuse me, Quad would like post about it, right? So like you were saying certain things in the story, like it's picking up, it's getting really good. Even Silva too, he was doing that too. I basically just told myself, yeah, that's it, and I didn't give the story a chance. Maybe one day I'll give it a try, but yeah, yeah, it just wasn't for me. I mean, it is what it is. That then again, another big reason why if there's something that I'm not necessarily a fan of, like to start with, I end up dropping it is because of the fact that I watched like 30 to 40 animes a season. So I'm like, oh yeah, like I can just automatically drop this and have one less to worry about. So I don't know. It's a little bit lighter on the what I'm watching, right? Rio and Abel's bro relationship was peak. So Rio was the main character, right? I don't know if I met Abel. Um, but man, I can just picture their bro relationship being peak, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, maybe one day I'll like be like, "Oh yeah, let me try Water Magician again." But for now, I'm just like, whatever. I'll just I'll move on. I'll leave that behind in 2025. I'll move on to 2026 because like you were saying earlier, Quad, like we're gonna lose sleep or something. I don't know. It wasn't Dekugo, man. I don't even support that. The whole Dekugo thing. Should definitely go back to it. It was a solid story, but you aren't wrong. It had moments where you look at it and just say, "WTF?" Like the dragon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the dragon looked awful. I think there was another monster or whatever that just looked so bad, and I was like, dude, what is this?" Yeah, straight at yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know. I know you're like, a lot of people are like, I guess the general consensus fuck, I can't even say that, consensus in anime is the 3-episode rule. I gave that 2 episodes, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." So, I don't know. Just sometimes, like I said, with how much I watch it per season, I'm like, "Yeah, I just wanna have, like, less anime on this day or something," which I don't bro, the fucking weekends, the way they do the weekends is ridiculous. Like, like, we were talking about this yesterday on Discord, right? It's, like, half split next season, but also half still stacked on the weekends. So like, in terms of what I'm gonna be reacting to, right? I have, like, basically at least 1 a day, but Saturdays and Sundays, I have, like, 3 or more each. Like, I think Sundays might just be 2. It's either 2 or 3, but Saturdays is gonna be, like, 4, I think? It also depends on how much time I have, because like, if I need to adjust things a certain way, because like, if Tuesdays have nothing, I might shift things, I might move it to a different day or whatnot, but scheduling setup for people working MF, eat a bag of beans if yeah, yeah, Saturday, Sundays, it's like every single season. They do like I was telling I don't know if any of you will know Destiny Brushes, another content creator. But I was telling him one time when we were live, I was like, man, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like almost every season of anime is like nothing. And then Thursday through Sunday is when they stack the biggest ones. So it's like I don't understand why they do that. I mean, maybe in Japan it's different, but like, man, like it's like I would rather see things like, you know, what am I trying to say here? Like basically like adjusted, like, kind of have it like spread out and not necessarily just like, oh, like let's put every big anime that we know everybody's gonna love and watch this season on 2 days of the week. Like, and I get it, a lot of people are off the weekends. I'm not off on the weekends. I work the weekends. So because my work schedule is basically the opposite of what most people do. So like people work like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I work like 5 to 11 or whatever, um, Thursday through Sunday. So like I work the complete opposite, but that does compensate. Like it allows me to watch the animes like because they come out, in the morning or the afternoon, right? So like I can do all this stuff and make whatever content I want and everything. Excuse me, like before I go to work and then I go to work. So like it works out for me, but and I can time manage and make the weekends work too. But it's just like it's just crazy how much it's gonna be. So, like, especially if you react, because, like, reaction-wise, you have to edit, and, like, it used to take me, like, an hour and a half or 2 hours. A lot of times, I can get stuff out in under an hour. So, like, Spy Family came out today at 10 a.m. I got my reaction video up at, like, 10:45 or 10:50 or something. So, Sentence to Be Hero, Free Run, Fate, Strange Fate, Chain Soldier, Hell's Paradise are probably my top 5, with Kenosha and Tojima returning. Okay. So Sentence to Be Hero, I'll go one by one. So Sentence to Be a Hero, I'm really excited for that one. It looks great. That thing of like being all of it being delayed, I was a little bit bummed out. And I feel like for the fall season, because like I don't think this, but like a lot of people in the content creators, they were like, oh, the fall season was ass. I don't think so. I think there was a lot of standouts in the fall season. I think a lot of great ones in the fall season. Um, but I feel like maybe Sentence to Be Hero would have been one of the top ones if it was in the fall. And I'm not saying it's not going to be great, but I feel like it might slightly be overshadowed, at least by the majority of the anime community during the winter season because of all the returns. And it's on Saturday, so that's with Fate. I'm continuing to your Eternity season 3, which is kind of underrated. A lot of people don't watch it. um, Trigun's either Saturday or Sundays. I keep fucking forgetting what it is. But so yeah, the next one, Free Rent. I already talked about that. I love Free Rent. Fake Strange Fake. I'm glad they're releasing me and Chris Briss for President. We were talking about this today. We're like, because he asked me, he was like, "Is it gonna be one episode again?" And I was like, "Nah, like we're getting the whole thing, bro." Like, so I'm glad we're getting that. Chain Soldier. Believe it or not, I actually did not finish season 1. I dropped it. So maybe I'll eventually go back to, but I don't know. I won't be watching season 2 at least for now. Hell's Paradise, yes, very excited for that. So yeah, that's so solid. JJK Glaze, yeah. The thing about the JJK Glaze is like I kind of pay no mind to it because I love JJK, but I don't glaze it like those people do. So like for me personally, I love it, but I won't go out of my way to be like, "Hey, like, you need to watch this or else," like, hold a fucking knife to somebody's throat or something, if they don't watch it. It's like, "Man, like, chill out." Like, it's good, but it's not the greatest thing since sliced bread? Try Gun this Saturday. Okay. Yeah, that just makes it worse for my reaction schedule, so that one episode was hell, man, I swear. Oh, yeah, yeah, for Fate, yeah, only being one episode, and then we had to wait a whole year. It's like, man, because like, the way that I forget, you correct me if I'm wrong, if it's no, it used to be Ufotable for, like, the original Fates, but now it's A1 Pictures, I think. A1 Pictures is honestly one of my, like, low-key favorite anime studios. Chain Soldier was something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's like also Chain Soldier was hilarious. I can picture, like, it being funny because like, that's the thing, typically fan service for me, I laugh at. I don't it depends on how it's delivered, so, like, Fire Force, for example, it makes me laugh because it's stupid. It makes no sense for her clothes to just, keep coming off. But if it's the type of fan service where, like, they make it sexual on purpose, and YouTube, please don't flag me for saying that word. Then I understand why fan service is like, because sometimes it throws me off too. I'm just like, yeah, this is too much. And maybe Chain Soldier for me was slightly too much because like there was a whole scene of like what like them like French kissing or some shit, like her shoving her tongue down his throat, and I was like, what the? I was like, what is this, bro? I saw the first four and trust me, peak. Okay, yeah, I'm very excited. Fate has been done by like 5 studios. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense because there's multiple Fates. I think I was referring to, like, Fate Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, like, the main ones. That was Ufotable, and then, um, the one now, Straight Fate Strange Fake, supposed to be A1 Pictures, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but honestly, you gotta bypass the fan service for that series, but everything else top notch. Okay, for Chain Soldier, yeah, I might get back to it eventually at some point. What's up, English or Spanish? Welcome to the live. We are talking about, animes coming out in the winter season. Basically, like, which ones we're looking forward to the most and stuff like that. Yeah, it's A1 this time. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Because I remember wasn't it, like, an hour long? Like, the first episode was, like, an hour long, I think. So, I remember seeing A1 Pictures in the, I don't know, it was, like, opening or ending or something. Like, I don't know, I can remember it in my head. I don't know. It was normal? Okay, what am I thinking of? Was there something from Fate that was an hour, or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, I'm thinking of, 2 episodes. Yeah, Whispers of the Dawn, is that the other one? Or Whisper of Dawn, or whatever it's called? I think that's what it is. That was, like, an hour? Maybe? Yeah, okay, okay. Because that one came out what was that? The summer of '24? It was with Gilgamesh. Okay, yeah, I do remember that. Because that was like the setup, right? And then so it was kinda like episode 0, and then we got episode 1, and then that was it. It's been so long, and I watched so many anime since then. But I think that's right. That sounds right. 23, and then the first episode was end of 24. 23, 24. Oh, you're saying what year? Okay, I got you. I was thinking episode. I was like, "Huh?" Okay, you're saying what year. Got you, got you. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that makes sense. I think it was like a production issue thing or something, like why they delayed it or whatever. And like for me, and Quad, Chris, like we can all attest to this. Like we're fine waiting. I mean, we're not fine waiting. Like we want it now, but like we're fine waiting because we watch so many per season that we're just like, yeah, like we have enough to hold us over until it comes out, right? I wish they'd done a new first episode though. Oh, okay. So like, cause you watched the first four, right? So are the next three like not, um, is it not good compared to the first, or what do you mean by that? Maybe I'm getting a little confused about what you're saying. Are you saying that you wanted a new first episode? So the first wasn't as good as the other ones? Is that what you're saying? I think. I think that's what you're saying. It's just same episode they put out last year. Right, the first one, right? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So they did the first four, and the first one was the same as the other one. Okay, I think that's what. Yeah. So the next, so it was basically just three new ones. Is that correct? Correct. Okay, got you, got you. That makes sense. Yeah, it's sort of like why would they put why would they put the first one in theaters when it's already been out for a year, you know? Like, why would they not have just put 2, 3, 4, or heck, maybe even 2, 3, 4, 5? That would've been better, but I don't know. I'm excited for it, and I might need a refresher on the first episode, actually. I mean, I know the premise of Fate for, like, every Fate is basically the exact same thing, we have the what do they call it? Holy Grail, that shit, like, it's basically the same thing, just different characters every time. Story-wise, it makes sense. Hansa is my favorite character so far. Hansa. I might need to look that up, bro. I think I kinda forget who that is. Forgive me. Hansa. Let's see here. Hansa Fate. Do, 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 do. Might remember him. Hold on a second here. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I remember him now. This is a fake Holy Grail war this time. Okay. I'm trying to remember the plot from the first episode. Um, man, it's like if you tell me, it'll come back to me, but like if I try to think of it myself, I'm like, nope, I don't remember. It's always that, like, bro, I cannot think of it on my own, and then someone tells me it, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I remember that. Like it's in my head. Like it was there the whole time. I just couldn't think of it. It was in the back of my head, not the front of my head. But yeah, Fate, I'm excited for. Definitely gonna need to rewatch. I have no idea what happened in those 2 episodes. Yeah. I slightly remember the Whisper of Dawn. I think because it was longer, that's why it's sticking out to me more in my head right now. That's why they included the oldest episode as episode 1 because it's been too long. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of us need refreshers, especially when we watch so many animes. It's for us that are very very introverted, homebody, we don't like to go anywhere. All we do is watch anime, so like by the time an anime returns, like we've seen 100 or more, and it's just like, damn, like I need to rewatch the other seasons because I don't remember. Like, but I don't know, sometimes it is kind of nice, like especially if you liked it so much, then you could be like, oh yeah, like this is why I really like this show, and then we get the new season. And it's like, sometimes when you rewatch, you can appreciate it more. Like for me with there's one anime that My Hero. When I rewatched it the second time, I liked it a lot more than I did the first time. Because the first time I was just like, it's cool, but like, it didn't stick out to me. And then the second time around, I think because, um, I don't know, just maybe binging it all together. Maybe that was a difference. And also when I watched it the first time, it was just like early on in my anime days. So like I didn't know much, but now since I've seen so many, I kind of, have a better grasp of how things, the flow of things and pacing and stuff like that. So that recap for Undead Unluck needs to be standard for all movies going forward. Yes, I agree with that. So the thing about that, in my reaction video, I did not include the recap, but I did watch it. So I didn't want to skip it because especially one of the biggest things about reacting is like you need to remember key points and stuff like that. If not, people will fucking roast you in the comments. They're like, "Yo, like, how do you forget?" Like, I had someone with some animes, especially One Piece, bro. Like, One Piece fans are like, how do you forget this from 500 episodes ago? I'm like, because I watched that a long time ago and I've seen a lot since then, So it's like it's ridiculous. But anyway, I don't even remember the point I was okay. On that, on like the recap. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it should definitely be a standard. And I know like some people they kind of whine and complain about a recap, taking up time, right? So it's like, why even have it? But like for me personally, like I said, I watch so many, so it's like, bro, like I need it. Shows like AOT are always better the second time around because you catch everything that you missed the first watch. Yeah, like I said, so you appreciate things more when you rewatch, but you also catch things you missed. So like AOT is a great example because like the story is so complex that like you're gonna miss things. Excuse me, you're gonna miss things like the first time around. So like you need to rewatch it to understand things. Now, for me personally, I typically don't like to rewatch things, so that's why I'm like I haven't done it. And also AOT wasn't like the best. Like I like it, but it was for I guess for my preference of like what I prefer to watch. It's that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, it's just like sometimes maybe I should rewatch things to understand it more and also to be able to talk about it more and like debates and like going live and stuff like that, right? You were busy being born, bro. I know it started the same year I was born, but tomatoes. What are the tomatoes for? Because I said that about AOT. It's not what I prefer. You ran out of tomatoes to throw at Forbes. Now you're throwing them at me. You got a new target to throw them at. I'm assuming that's why you're throwing them at me. Oh, okay. No explanation, just more tomatoes. Just like take this, LJ. Or is it because I was yeah, AOT. Never out of tomatoes, my guy. Man. It's not yeah. So I don't like I said, I don't hate AOT by any means. I think I if I were to say like one of the greatest fictional stories ever created, AOT's up there, One Piece is up there. And so like I don't hate it, but for what I prefer, I think what I personally enjoy more is a lot more shonen and technically AOT's seinen, right? So it's not that I hate it, but it's just I don't know. Maybe a couple years down the road, maybe when I get to your guys' age, I'll be like, oh yeah, like I like I like this more. But for now, it's just like Dragon Ball Z will always be my favorite, and it's mainly because that's my childhood. Like I don't think anything's ever gonna change that. But typically, the shonens kind of stand out. I don't hate MHA. I just think it's overrated, and the fandom is something else. That's fair. Um, and I should point this out, Quad. Like anytime, like I would like say something back to you about MHA, like I'm just basically trying to get my point across. Like I'm not like mad at you or like arguing or stuff. Like I find it pointless to debate and like get mad at people. Like if we have a difference of opinion, we can discuss it, but it doesn't have to be heated. So like when you say that, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I don't necessarily um agree, but it's like that's fine. I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I think that's what makes anime so beautiful is because we can have our own interpretations of the shows and the stories being told, and we can, someone can like it more than someone else doesn't, and that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I don't like to get into arguments with people over things. It's just like, yeah, like if I have a point that I disagree with, I'll tell you. But like, I'm not like, oh, like you're dumb if you disagree with me type of thing. So I think we can all agree that guy on the live saying Sword of the Demon Hunter was number one was wrong. Yeah, I don't know if you guys call it. So after he said that, right? They were like, everyone else was like quiet, and I was like, yeah, the first episode, because the first episode was great, and then after that, it's just like, man, what are we doing? Like that, like they lost the plot. How dare these brightly colored drawn images are a matter of life and death? Yeah, man. Some people get ridiculous over anime. It's like that one. I don't remember her name now, but like a week or so ago, you guys sent me or Art. You mentioned the one girl going live on TikTok. I joined it and she was toxic, man. Like everything, the way that she was talking, like the way that she was answering questions and stuff. I'm just like, man, like can't you be nicer? Like, like why you gotta be like that? You're the one throwing digital tomatoes about AOT. That is true, Art. He's calling you out. So, that's funny. Well, I mean, obviously, I know he's playing around and stuff. So that is funny though. But yeah, so like we discussed, because it's life and death. Yes, anime is life and death. But yeah, so I was gonna say we discussed some of the winter animes. Um, I'm trying to think of some more from like because like they started announcing like spring and summer. So like I think spring is supposed to be like a like very heavy on isekais. Like ReZero's coming back. Uh, um, Slime is coming back. There's just so many that like I'm not gonna remember them all. Don't get me started on all the Donghua coming out. Oh yeah, man, the Donghuas too. Like I feel like this. I feel like 2025 was like the breakout year for Donghuas. Like I feel like, excuse me, I feel like before 2025, people didn't appreciate Donghuas. Like Link Click has been out for years. I love Link Click. I think it's really good, but like people were like, "Oh, well, it's Chinese," so like I'm not gonna watch it. But then like some examples like All Devouring Whale was really cool. Super Cube was like 1 and 7 were all right, and then well, not all right. Those two episodes were really good. Everything else was like whatever. Um, Lord of Mysteries, To Be Hero X, like all these different ones. So like I think that kind of opened people's eyes to like maybe expand their horizons and watch more. But before this year, people were like, oh, whatever. Just saw a new one for April today. Okay. Nice, nice. Spring is typically the time when heavy hitters are airing. Yeah, I'm first off, welcome to the live. Appreciate you joining and also commenting. But yeah, so spring season, that's what I'm saying. 2026, I feel like each season is gonna be a banger. Like maybe it won't be as progressively better as it goes. Like maybe it kind of be backwards, and maybe the winter is gonna be the biggest, and then spring, summer. But like summer's got Bleach coming back, Black Clover coming back. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like all year round is just gonna be crazy. Daily Life of the Immortal King. People have no clue to Dongwa. Yeah, dude, I love Daily Life of the Immortal King. I actually I need to watch season 4 because season 5 just started. I haven't seen season 4 yet, but I love the first 3 seasons. I think it's hilarious. Um, I think I've seen it twice actually. The first 3 seasons twice, maybe, maybe at least the first 2 seasons. Because I remember watching it once before, and maybe it's because my brother started watching it, so I was like watching it with him a little bit. That might be what it is. So a lot of best of the anime typically air in spring. Yeah, I'm trying to think of this year's spring because like I think this year's summer was the most stacked. I would say spring was really good. Like it had some bangers, but the summer of 2025 was like a lot of people have been comparing what's going to happen in winter 2026 to what we got in summer 2025, be like, oh, which one's better, sort of thing. I think 2026 is going to be bigger and better, even though summer 2025 was crazy and I loved every single anime that was coming out and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of compare, if people compare the two, and I'm just like, yeah, I think winter 2026 would be better. Spring was probably the weakest this year. Yeah, yeah, I might have to agree with that. I mean, maybe a toss up between spring and fall. Because like, don't get me wrong, there was some from the fall I loved, and I made that, you guys know I made that clear. But like, some from the spring might have been worse this year. I would probably have to either look them up, or if anyone else looks them up and tells me in the comments, because I don't remember exactly. But um, I know like the winter, man, the winter had like obviously Solo Leveling. Medalist is a pretty slept on anime, and season two's coming out in January. I'm excited for Medalist. Um, I think it's gonna go under the radar again. For one, people aren't gonna, typically, have that be their go-to sort of genre in a way. But I also think that because of like the release date, because it's gonna be January 25th, it's gonna be the last one to come out for the winter. That's another reason people are already gonna be like, well, I'm already watching this many, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. Get out of here with You don't like Medalist? You don't like Medalist Quad? What's wrong with Medalist? Is it the description sounds like it belongs in jail? What's the description of it? I don't think I ever read a description. Some people were posting about it, and I was like, oh, like okay. So I started watching it, and I really liked it. It's very wholesome. I don't know what you mean by the description though. Like, I don't know. I don't know how they described it to make you think that. But I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I think in terms of flaws, I think the CGI was pretty bad, but like I didn't let that bother me, to be honest. So I don't know. I liked it. I'm excited for season two. It's not gonna be talked about within the anime community that much. I mean, there might be like 2 people, and that's about it. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see for that. But yeah, that's all I can remember from the winter. Based on that, they probably worded it with some younger sister nonsense. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the way that they describe and word things is kind of like why? Like, for example, I don't know if you guys watched this one, but Days with My Stepsister. Just read that title, you're like, ew, what the fuck? But like, if you actually watch it, it's actually like really wholesome, and like it actually makes sense. Even worse than younger sister nonsense. Oh my gosh. I'm just guessing that's something Quad would say belongs in jail. It said he was enamored by her. I mean, I don't know. I mean, good. I don't know. Maybe take it that way, maybe not. I don't know. I think because if you actually watch it, that description makes sense. Days with my stepsister, excuse me, actually goes quite deep into the emotional changes between the bro and the sis. Yeah, I agree with that because it's a sort of thing of like, and some a lot of people are going to disagree with this. Technically, it's not incest, so like they're not blood related, and it's not like they do anything freaky. Like she at one episode she like tried to, right? But he was like, "No, like I respect you enough as my stepsister to not do this." But he was also like, "I respect you as a person," because basically like she was trying to throw her body away because that was all she knew. And so it's like she had a lot of emotional trauma and damage. So like her her meeting him and them getting closer allowed her to realize that she's worth more than what people like outcasted her to be, right? An adult and a fifth grader. Yeah, like no, like what I meant by that earlier was like he admires her. Like he respects like the drive and determination she has to be an ice skater. So like that's why he's like, yo, I should have been like this when I was younger. Cause he used to try to ice skate and now he's like a coach. So I forget if he had an injury or what the case was, but it goes deeper than you think. Yeah. Also, the thing is, remarriage causing step brothers sisters are quite new concept in Japan compared to the West. Yeah, Japan is like also this is why this topic became a thing. Okay, yeah. So like the way Japan is weird. I think we all kind of know that and can agree on that. The way they described it didn't do any favors. Yeah, that would throw a lot of people off. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I think it's just because like, I went ahead and watched it. I didn't read any description, I just went ahead and watched it, and it was really wholesome, and there wasn't anything weird, like, because you said an adult and a 5th grader, there wasn't anything weird. He was actually like a father figure to her, like, he would always, like, be proud of her in, like, what she was accomplishing in the tryouts and all these different things, right? Now watch Yuri on Ice. I do need to watch that. I know that got Anime of the Year, like, 2018 or 19 or something like that, and I actually have yet to see it. So that's a one I need to add to my list. I sort of this past week or so I've sort of been taking a small break on binging animes because I'm like I want a slight break before the winter season starts picking up. So I haven't been watching animes. I've been doing other stuff. So yeah. Both the bro and the sis are heavily traumatized by the divorce of their parents, and it calls them to be very cautious to interact with the opposite gender. It goes really deep. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree because like I said, like with like you said, with the divorce, it like it took a toll on them, and so like they were forced to kind of like get closer to each other. Um, and it's not necessarily intimate right away. Like I said earlier, like he respects her enough um to take things in a way that aren't gonna be like, oh, like, let's just hurry up and get down to business, sort of thing. It's just like they respect each other and they go like you're saying, very deep into their emotional trauma and their feelings and like how they handle the situation of becoming a family now, sort of thing. So ice skating BL for the win. Oh, is it boy love? Okay. Which is kind of weird because Yuri means girl love, right? So hmm, that's weird that that's a boy love thing. I don't know. It does it I'll ask this. Does it go too deep into the boy love? Because I'm not the biggest fan of that, so like but like I try to respect people that do like it. I read the light novel of Days of My Stepsister. It's really wholesome, and they really respect each other a lot. Yeah, that's something I appreciate about the show. Like because people just automatically with the title are like, "Ew, no, like I'm not watching that." But then for those of us that actually read it or watched it, it's actually wholesome. So just don't watch. Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard of that one. There's a couple animes that throughout my anime years I have refused to watch. That is one. Obviously, Redo of Healer is one. Um, there's a My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute or some shit like that. I'm not watching that, like, um, Yuri on Ice is the name of the main character. Oh, his name's Yuri. Okay, I got you. Isn't that yeah, that's the term for, like, boy love, and Yuri is, girl love. So, yeah, it's not about girls' love, got you. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll check it out 'cause, it did win Anime of the Year, that one year, so maybe I'll check it out, we'll see. But yeah, so like okay, so we talked about winter season, we talked about spring season, summer season. I mentioned Black Clover and Bleach. I'm super excited for both of those. Um I love Bleach. I also love Black Clover, but like I love Bleach a lot. And Thousand Year Blood War, like every core, like all three cores have been amazing. So like I'm super excited for the third or for the fourth one, excuse me. And I don't know whether or not we're getting the Hell Arc adapted. I would love to see that because I've seen things here and there. Um I haven't exactly what was the point I was trying to make there? Completely lost my train of thought. All right. I know people would think why a boy is called Yuri. Well, that's the beauty of Japanese names. Then this name isn't gendered. Okay, that makes sense. You ignore my song. Oh, where? Where was that at? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Ah, Sanga of Tanya the Evil. Let's freaking go. I apologize, Art, for one missing that comment, and two, I have not seen. What's it called? Tanya the Evil. I actually haven't seen it, so I apologize. I think so, but we'll be all the way at the end. Yeah, yeah, we'll be all the way at the end. So the point I was trying to make with that was like, um, I've seen stuff here and there of the Hell Arc. So like it would be nice to see something like that, especially to expand more on Bleach, right? Like if we got more on the Bleach first, I think that would be great. Um, because like I said, I love Bleach, so I'm super excited for the final core of that. Bleach is gonna be sick. I really hope we get a couple more anime only fights and they tweak the ending. Yeah, I not having read any of the source material, right? So like I saw people mentioning and stuff like that that there was anime original fights. I love that. I like when they add stuff to it and expand on it more and make things um they're more intricate to the plot. Like so like that I like when they do that thing. Go watch Tanya the Evil Now. It's short and incredible. Maybe I'll check it out. From what I've seen, it didn't look like it was for me, but maybe I'll eventually watch it. If you're telling me to, maybe I will, right? So Kubo said something about that. Yeah. Yeah, because didn't he I think he pointed out how he liked the anime original stuff, right? Because wasn't there like he was being rushed with the manga, so like stuff he wanted in there wasn't in there. I think it's something along those lines. Um, Forbes would know better than anybody, so hopefully not Kubo will get back to Burn the Witch. Oh yes, I really like Burn the Witch too. I like how it's from the same verse, and man, it's what like 3 episodes, right? It's super short, and I love the animation. It's Piro, right? I think it's Piro. So I love the animation that they do, and I love the fact that it's the same verse as Bleach. That would be really dope if we got like a crossover. I think that would be like really fucking cool. Um, but yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like, that's most likely on the back burner. I feel like, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to it at some point because I know Piro's about to obviously come back with Black Clover, so that might be their main focus with Bleach finishing up. Also Boruto, right? I think Boruto's supposed to be coming back. So yeah, they might be a little bit too busy for Burn the Witch, but hopefully we get more at some point. Whether or not that's in 2030 remains to be seen. But yeah, your Rook, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you joining the live here. We're just talking about animes for next year because like next year's fucking stacked like crazy. Screw Boruto, Black Clover needs to eat. Yeah, I agree. From what I've seen of Boruto, it's horrible. Black Clover, I cannot wait for more of that. Oh my gosh, man, no. Hopefully we get One Dance season 2 any more comedy. I hope you're joking about that because that show is awful. Man, I have not seen CGI that bad probably since the Berserk remake. Like, oh my gosh. They're making a live action. No way, man. Are you serious? Can't wait for new sleepers and isekais. Yeah, so Rook, earlier we were talking about isekais for the spring season. So like ReZero coming back, Tensura coming back, or Slime, whatever you want to call it. So really, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Quad's trolling here. A live action of One Dance, there's no way. It would probably look better actually. No, I think it's his version of trash reality TV. He generally wants to watch the train wreck. Trashy isekai every season. Yeah, that's the thing. So I've had this discussion with people before about the trashy isekai thing, right? Um, You call it isekai slop, but like I actually will still watch them. And I'm not saying they're the best thing ever, obviously, but I still like them. I still enjoy them a little bit. Like this season, Hero Without a Class, for in my opinion, was really bad, but it was still entertaining. Like I still enjoyed it because I think because of how bad it was, right? And sometimes like it gets to that point where like you're like, oh, I've seen this happen so many times, like the overpowered MCs and stuff like that, right? But it's sometimes it doesn't get boring to me. I don't know. Yeah, the live action is where it belonged. Yeah, I agree. There's also Mushoku Tensei next year, but we don't know which month. Yeah. Um, I feel like that would be spring or summer, probably, if I had to guess. Jack of All Trades is a fantasy slap next season. Okay. I have seen of it, but I don't think I really um like deep dived into it, right? Reborn as a vending machine is peak to hell with anyone who says otherwise. Yeah, I actually really like vending machine. I know I think Quad, you said you didn't like the idea of it or something. Like you didn't bother watching it. So let's just say if you never watched One Isekai Slab, you're very likely a tourist. Yeah, I feel like for us, I feel, everyone in here, when it gets to the point of like you've seen so many animes that you're just like an anime otaku almost at this point, right? That you watch anything and everything. You don't just necessarily watch the mainstream stuff, which I can't stand. I can't stand when people are just like they only watch like 10 animes and they're like, "Oh, there's nothing else good," or whatever. I'm like, "Did you watch this? Did you watch that?" And they're like, "No, I never even heard of it." It's like, well, maybe you should check out what's actually coming out every season or something. Hero Without a Class was funny. Yeah, it was really funny. I think that's another thing I enjoyed about it so much was even though obviously Studio A Cat, right? The animation's booty cheeks. But the story was okay. I mean, like, it's like I said, it's a very stereotypical story, very cliche, but like the comedy was actually really good, especially like how nonchalant he was. I think that's another thing that was really funny about it. Hero Without a Class make fun of the common tropes of Isekai powerful MCs, and they are very aware of it. Yeah, that's another thing. They went out of their way to let us know, like, that we know the tropes, right? Like, so I think that was something I also appreciate about that. I watched a few, but man, what episodes of Vending Machine? Is that what you mean? Really, Vendy is good. Yeah, it is really good. Probably summer, maybe. Was that from Ashoku Tensei Burst? I think that's what you're referring to. I just watched all of Konosuba. I understand, but he has some good skills. But he was a, yeah. Konosuba is hilarious. For me personally, I think isekai wise, like comedy in isekai, that's the number one. I won't say it's number one isekai, but like comedy wise, it's hilarious. And yeah, so the whole his personality's kind of sucks because of the whole like steal thing he has. Like he steals people, girls' panties and shit like that. Right? It's so dumb. But oh boy, more Titty Tensei. Yeah, Mashoka Tensei is one of those controversial ones, and I understand where people are coming from with it. Um, yeah, I mean, if you're not a fan of it, I understand. But Konosuba is totally number one for comedy isekai. Yep, yep. If the comedy in Konosuba gets you, watch Combatants Will Be Dispatched. Freaking hilarious. Yes, I've seen that. It is very funny. I really liked it. I actually watched that like last year. I think it was pretty recent that I watched it, and I was dying. It was so funny. That should be weak, man. Gotta watch 20 or more to be honest. Yeah, like you gotta watch way more than 10. Like I just don't understand. Like, if you're an anime fan, why would you not want to watch all these animes? I don't know. That's just me, but take that out. It had some fights. Konosuba, yeah, yeah. Combatants is funny as fuck. Yep, Combatants is top tier. Love that series. Yep, yeah. It was really funny. I think there was a couple other ones I watched around the same time that I thought that was like hilarious. Um, and I hadn't seen them before, so it was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Like, I actually get to watch some stuff I haven't seen because I've seen a lot. But like I said before, there's also a lot I haven't seen. So like I've seen so many, but I haven't seen probably even like 10 times more, right? There's just so many animes out there in the world. Yeah, the summertime for Mushoku or fall. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I think I would personally like it to be hmm, I don't know because they haven't announced too many yet past spring season. So like summer and fall haven't had too many announcements yet. Hang of the Flame. Yep. Man, y'all talking about it makes me kind of low key want to rewatch it because I just remember dying like every episode. I was like, dude, this is hilarious. And I'm trying to remember, there was like the two girls um that stayed behind or something like that, and they were like making fun of him or something like that. We need a season 2 for combatants. Yeah, man. Season 2 would be great. I would love that, to be honest. I think there's so many animes that need a second season, and we just don't like, bro, it took 11 years for Yona of the Dawn to get a season 2 announcement. Like, what? That anime is great. And I remember finishing the first season, I was pissed because I was like, that's how we're leaving it off? Like, there's no way. I wanted more from it, but hey, sometimes it'd be like that. Same thing with Gate. Yeah, didn't they announce season 2? I thought they did. Or maybe I'm tripping. I could have sworn they did like, a couple months ago, right? Back in the summer, maybe. I'm pretty sure that was something that got announced. Oh, I got you. Yeah, it took 10 years. Yep. Yeah, that took a very long time. And I'm sure there's other ones I can't even think of at the moment. But the thing about unfinished animes is like, it kind of sucks. I mean, maybe it gets more people to go read the source material. But yeah, it's just like for me being anime only, it's like I just wanted to, continue the story anime wise. But well, second seasons typically requires investments and it needs to be backed on the sales. Yep. Excuse me. So yeah, um, like I was saying with the sales, like I feel like a lot of people, we get an anime that's unfinished and then they're like, yeah, I want more. So then they go read the source material. So that's something that a lot of people do instead of waiting like me. So Gate season 2 next year, but when they dropping it? I feel like if I'm being honest, bro, I feel like that would be fall. I feel like that would be fall anime because with how much stuff we're already gonna get, Gate is good, but if you compare it to the other stuff that's already been announced, it's gonna get overshadowed 100%. So I think fall would be great. So a lot of cases is if the anime didn't announce the second season right away, expect at least a 4-year wait. Yep. Yeah, like 4 or 5 years or something like that. One thing that really makes me happy and I love so much is like a season ends and then at the end of it they're like season 2 announced, like Clevitus, which should have been 24 episodes by the way. But like season 1 ended, right? And so it's like season 2 is announced and like I remember all listening to the group chat. We're like, let's fucking go. We're like, yes. No Game, No Life still got people waiting. Oh my gosh, man. I actually wasn't the biggest fan of it. I dropped season 1. A lot of people might hate on me for that, but I think that was like a weird sister complex thing, wasn't it? Like, and she's like 11 or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm good on that, man. I'm betting fall, but realistically next winter, 2027. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. Cautious Hero was also fantastic and hit a lot of command. Yep, Cautious Hero was really funny. I remember watching that with a friend of mine. He's basically the one that got me to watch more animes other than Dragon Ball Z, and that was one of them. And I just remember like we were watching it together, laughing and dying in my living room. So yeah, that was a good one. Yep. Except it was so sad at the end art. Which one we talking about? Cautious Hero. Damn, how did that end? Mm, I might forget how it ended. Yeah, immediate announced season 2 just means they invested both seasons from the get go. Yep, that is correct. No Game No Life was pretty much a product of that time. It's an isekai before isekai actually became huge, so they do have some different elements in it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I watched like 4 episodes or something like that, and I was like, I remember the scene of them falling, and technically, it was a kiss, but technically he was giving her mouth to mouth or some shit like that because they needed oxygen or whatever. But I was just like, bro, like, because there was other like they were like tease other stuff about the two of them, and he's like 18 and she's 11, or I don't remember the ages exactly, but it was something along those lines. And I'm just like, man, why the fuck is this in this? But like a lot of people like it and have been clamoring for season 2 for years. So like, I don't know, maybe it was just me. I don't know. But yeah, that's the way it is sometimes. So Chris tells me all the time when we're texting, he's like, man, that just means it wasn't for you. So sometimes it's just not for me. But hey, I think that's kind of how multiple animes are with multiple people. You're not everybody's gonna like the same animes. So many people thought it was weird. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one because yeah, if I was the only one, then that would be kind of worrisome. So am I correct in saying that scene? I think it was something along the lines that they were falling, and He like gave her mouth to mouth, but obviously it was like a kiss or something like that. Something like that, man. I don't know. It was one of those things I just kind of it went one ear and out the other sort of thing. You were correct in how that scene went down. Okay, yep. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that was the scene that made me drop it. I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. I'd rather not see this. So, but yeah, man, we've been live for over an hour. I wasn't when I went live at first. I was like, oh, nobody's in here. So I was like, damn, like that. I don't know what to say or whatever because this is my first live on YouTube. So, but I appreciate everyone coming in, and we can go as long as people want because shit, I stay up till like fucking 2 a.m. So, but yeah, I was saying, if anyone missed it, I was saying earlier, Mondays, Tuesdays, I'll be, or not Mondays, Tuesdays, but this Monday and this Tuesday, I will most likely go live. I would love to figure out how to go live on here and TikTok at the same time because I've been meaning to go live on TikTok as well. But if we could just, have something on those days, and maybe we're just discussing anime like we're doing right now, then I'll probably do that. So, before Isekai was huge, the hugest theme was high school superpower battles. And I think if you are a decade old anime fan, you will be able to name a couple of those high school power battles. So technically, I'm not a decade old fan. Um, I'm only half a decade. I started like actually diving into anime in 2020. And no, it wasn't because of a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, COVID got a lot of people to watch anime." That's actually not why I started or I decided to like get into anime. It was actually because of um, it was actually because of my friend. Like, we were on vacation in Myrtle Beach, and he was like, "You gotta watch animes other than Dragon Ball Z." So, like, when we got back from vacation, I just went on, like, Netflix and found, like, Hunter x Hunter, Sword Art Online, stuff like that, and I just started, like, diving into anime, and fell in love with it. So, unfortunately, I'm not a decade-old anime fan, and I've probably about bro, I bet you I've seen a lot of those superpower battle high school animes or whatever, but most likely, I would not be able to think of them off the top of my head because I've just seen so many. But keep yapping. I'm watching an abs game. Okay, got you, got you. I mean, it's just an anime yapping stream. Is chill. Appreciate that. Yeah, I normally like it takes a lot of energy to go live. So um, I feel like that's why a lot of times I don't go live because it's like I have to talk. Obviously, it would be boring if I said nothing, right? So a lot of times I'm like, I don't feel like going live. But like I've been meaning to go live the past couple of weeks. I think a couple of my friends going live and stuff like that kind of inspired me to maybe start going live more often. Um, so yeah, like hopefully I can make this a regular thing, but we'll see. The classics in the early 2000s, like Taro and Shana. Okay, I have seen Shana. I love Shana. Toaru, I don't think I know Toaru. Um, but yes, Shana. What's the full title? Because that's not the. It's like Shakugan no Shana, I think. I actually really like that anime. Other than again, there was another incest thing and they were both like 12. And I was like, "What?" And I think there was like a whole scene of the brother and sister fucking making out, and I'm like, "What the hell?" It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And I was like, "Yeah, uh, forget this part." But I kept, I pushed past it and I kept watching. It was actually really good. So, gotta go live more, bro. All right. I will try to go live a lot more. So, I've been watching anime since 2010. The change of things is very fun. That's awesome. I really wish I watched anime as a kid. I really do. Especially like if I'm watching an anime that's from the 90s or 2000s, it gives me that automatic nostalgia feeling and makes me wish I watched these when during that time. So I'm like, man, I really wish I watched it growing up. But if anyone's not aware, I'm a big wrestling fan. So like I grew up watching wrestling and that was like my thing. Like that was what I loved and studied and all these different stuff, right? So like I didn't necessarily know about anime particularly. I didn't even know Dragon Ball was an anime until probably I became an adult actually. Uh so yeah, it was got to the point where, you know, I didn't know any of it. And then my friend like I said earlier, my friend told me like you need to watch more animes. So I eventually did. And so that's what like started the whole journey. And I thought about doing content for a couple of years before I actually started doing it, right? And it was like the middle of the night, bro, and I'm just like thinking of ideas in my head. And I was like, you know what? The next day, I'm just gonna start making content. So I started doing it. So that's how we got here on this journey. But just don't start yelling your takes and waving your hands around. You'll be fine. Yeah. You guys know. I mean, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty nonchalant. I don't really have like explosive energy. except when I'm reacting sometimes. But yeah, like I'm not gonna be the type of person to yell out my takes, and that's another thing because I respect people's takes. If someone doesn't agree with me, if I don't care. Like, I could care less if someone disagrees with me. It's their opinion. I have my opinion. So, oh, that scene was just an enemy. They were meant to be weird. Yeah, with Chana. Yeah. So I know that's the thing. Like sometimes in animes, like the villains will do something evil, and it makes you uncomfortable, but it's there for a reason. A lot of SA scenes, for example, Don Da Don, SAO, stuff like that, right? Like some people will be like, "Oh, I can't watch this because that's in it." Like it automatically throws them off, and I don't blame them. But for me personally, it's like I understand why the author put it in there. Maybe it didn't need to be in there, but I understand why it is because it makes you hate the villain. You want to see them get taken down. Like that's the whole point of it. So I not respect it, but I understand. Like I understand why they put it in. Could it be could those scenes not be in it? Sure, but I mean, I understand why. I could recommend an old anime that's comedy of high school superpower battle time. It's called Baka and Test. If you ever want to check it out, I will add that to my list. I'm always down for anime recommendations if people have stuff I haven't seen. So yeah, I will 100% add anything to my list. So what is it called? Baka and Test. Okay, Baka and Test. All right, that is added to the watch list. All right. Peak. Okay. Chris backing that up. All right. I meant to go to bed, but just posted about the Brilliant Healer's new life and the show is getting a season two. Oh, okay. I will check out your post. Like, comment, all that jazz. I always make sure to support your stuff, Quad, because I really appreciate the content you put out because you do a lot of animes, and I like that. I like how because like some people might just do mainstream stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, there's all these other animes over here. So season two. All right, let's see. You should pop up. You're typically one of the first ones I see if I go under friends, but I'm not seeing it. I might just have to go to your page. All right. I mean, villains doing stuff that throws you off makes you hate them. That's the whole point. Yeah, yeah. Like I feel like a lot of people don't get that. They're just like, ew. Like they're watching it and they're like, oh, I can't watch this, right? So like they automatically just like shut it off. But I'm like, okay, what is the purpose? Like, why are we doing this? If it gets to a certain extent and it's like super uncomfortable, then I'm like, ugh. But like if it doesn't go too extreme, and maybe that's everyone's has different boundaries. It's gonna be different. So add Song of Tanya the Evil, you damn dork. Okay, I'll add that to the watch list. Art. What else we got here? Old man's going to bed. All right, good night, Quad. I appreciate you joining, and we'll be talking tomorrow. So yeah, what was it? Saga of Tanya the Evil. Bro, that's such a long title. Saga of Tanya the Evil. Okay. Saga of Tanya the Evil. Okay. Is it Tanya? Okay. Is it 2 seasons? I forget how long it is. I think it might be 2 seasons. All right, what else we got here? One of the best isekai. Need you on season 2 next year. Oh, so it's just one season. 12 episodes in a movie. Season two's in April. Okay, I'll start it, and if I like it, I'll finish it and make sure I'm done it by April. But hopefully, I like it. I'm taking your word accountable for it, Art. So, so hopefully I like it. I probably will, to be honest. All right. But yeah, so I'll add that to the watch list. Add the other one, Baka and Test. How long is Baka and Test, by the way? I should have asked that. I might just research it anyway, but I like to typically know like stuff like that before I dive into them. I don't know, that's just me. I kind of because some people just dive right in, they go in blind. But I'm like, I typically research it, see how long it is, what studio animated it, what year it came out, um, stuff like that. I might read the synopsis and stuff. So Baka and Test, I think 2 seasons with 2 OVAs or something. Okay, that's not bad. I'll be shocked if you don't like it. Comedy, action, intensity, drama, really interesting story. Yeah, like I said, I probably will like it. Um, First 13 eps, seconds 13. Okay, that's not bad at all. That's like 9 hours. So like 2 days probably for me. The way I binge stuff, it's probably 2 hours. But like I said earlier, I'm kind of taking a break from binging animes. I just haven't felt like it. It's not that I'm burned out. It's just like the winter, or excuse me, the fall season is ending. So I'm like, I just want to focus on those, and then the winter season about to start. So I'm like, I'm not gonna start any new animes that I binge. Um, Plus, it gives me more time to go live, because I haven't gone live and stuff. You're gonna bypass it fast, knowing you. Yeah, yeah, you know me, bro. You know I get through stuff really quick, especially if I really like it. If I really like it, I'm like, fuck it, like let's go. Avoiding the burnout before you truly hit the insane schedule. Yeah, because yeah, that's a good point. Because like if I was binging the animes, I might get burned out, and then with the winter season, I don't want to be burned out because with how many we're getting, like I already know like 11 that I'm reacting to. I know a couple other ones coming out. I know like Dead Account is one that I've seen stuff here and there, and I will be watching that one. Don't think I'll be reacting to it, but um that's one that I've seen stuff for. I'm ready for that crazy schedule. Yeah, bro. Yeah. We all gotta like stick through this shit together, bro, because it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be so much for um us to witness so much peak all at once, like every day. Like I said earlier, like other than Tuesday, I think there's a banger. So like we start with Wednesdays. Wednesdays Oshinoko season 3. I'm excited for that. Thursdays JJK season 3. And also on one of the Thursdays, January 22nd, we're getting that like Cosmic Princess Kaguya, that movie on Netflix. I might actually react to that because it looks gorgeous. Fridays, Frieren and Fire Force, super excited for those. Saturdays, Sentence to Be Hero, Fate Strange Fake. I'm continuing To Your Eternity season 3. Quad Set Trigun Stargaze is on Saturdays. Sundays will be Hell's Paradise season 2, and You and I Are Polar Opposites. Mondays will be MHA Vigilantes. So it's like Tuesdays, I might just do like I don't know. I might review all the ones I watched that week or some shit like that. I don't know. We'll see. But how many you think you're gonna do? Like watch, you mean, or react to? Reacting wise is 11 or so. Watch wise, I haven't fully looked at every single anime, but like once it gets closer, I'll look at them all. And I typically start, for the most part, start every anime that drops. Yeah, watching. Yeah, bro, like you and I pretty much the same way. Like we watch all of them, so it's probably gonna be a good 30 or 40 or whatever, which is typically every season for me at this point. So I wonder how far Oshinoko will go. Um, it feels like at this rate they should just fully adapt it. I hope they do. I've heard a couple negative things about Aqua and Ruby and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't know. Once it gets to that point in the anime, if it's something that's really weird, then most likely when I'm reacting to it, I'll point it out. Like I'll be like, yeah, why did the author do this? Why did the mangaka do this? But if it's not going to be this season, then I'm not even going to mention it because I don't know full details. I just know stuff like the what's around it sort of thing. So probably two more seasons maybe for Oshinoko. That would be cool. Like I said, I'm a big fan of it. I know some people that read the manga hate because it ended right. So like some people hate the manga, the way it ended. It depends where they leave off next season. Okay, got you. Yeah. Um, so season 2 ended, if I remember correctly. So Ruby is now like crazy, right? Like her eyes got the stars in her eyes or some shit like that. Because Aqua used to have that, but then he lost them, and now Ruby has them, right? I think she has like the crazy stars in her eyes or whatever. Um, because wasn't so one of the characters or no, she found his body. She found Aqua's original body, the doctor that took care of her when she was in the hospital in her previous life, right? So she found the body in like that cave or whatever, and that's when she like all of a sudden was like, "Yeah, I need to like, find who did this, right? Find the murderer." Which they kind of teased it, all right, at the man, if I don't remember correctly, tell me in the comments or in the chat. But I mean, I think it was something to do with that, right? I mean, there's always a chance the anime makes a different ending. That is true. Yeah, like if a lot of people hated it. Now, I do have a question about MHA because like what we got for the anime was that the original ending, and then the OVA we're gonna be getting like the epilogue. That's the ending the mangaka made after the fact that because everyone was hating on it. Is that correct? Because I think that's what I read. Because I know a lot of people didn't like the ending, but I don't know full details. Like I said earlier, because if it has anything to do with the source material, I just know some stuff. Like Chris, you might tell me some stuff, but like other people, they don't really, thankfully, don't really say nothing because I don't want to be spoiled. So I know sometimes I think also JJK. Like sometimes people hate the ending. So JJK is one that people hated, I think. So I don't know. I don't know if they would possibly change the ending of that or not. I don't know. I also know that well, from what I've read recently actually, that some people were saying that they hated the calling games. Like they said it was the worst arc. I thought I thought everybody was hyping it up like crazy before that. Before people were before people were saying it's the worst arc. 'Cause I don't know if you guys read the manga, how did you feel about it? Because like I don't know, I'm hyped for it. I like JJK a lot, so I don't know. I'm excited for it. Feels like every big series ending gets nothing but hate. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. I don't know. You can't please everybody, so like it's gonna be people's opinions or whatever. But they lie. The hate comes after. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was confused about because I saw some people saying that like it was the worst arc, and I'm like, huh? Like I thought people were hyping calling games up like crazy. Because like Maki, for example, bro, like she looks completely different, and also some of the new characters, like in the trailer that I reacted to a couple days ago, some of the new characters looked really cool. I mean, all the character designs are pretty much cool for the most part because that's just the way the mangaka drew them. Like they actually look good. But some of these characters that I saw in the trailer, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Like I'm excited to see these characters. I mean, the ending was meant to be bad, I think. For JJK, is that the one you're talking about? I kind of mentioned a couple, so I should have clarified. But yeah, I think you mean JJK, right? I don't know, man. I don't. I'm not a hater of if the ending is bad, I'm not gonna hate the whole show because I enjoyed it up to that point. So why would I hate the whole thing just based off of that? I just hate the ending of it. I don't hate the whole thing. Some people like say they hate the whole thing based off of the ending. A lot of huge series endings just gets hate because the ending wasn't what fans expected. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I feel like the author is the one making it, obviously. So like they're what they put is what should be. That's one thing I don't like about when people automatically will expect all these crazy things and like MHA, for example, with all the shippings that people do. It's like, where did you get these shippings from? Like, obviously Deku and Bakugo. Like, bro, there was no romantic shit between them the whole story. Like, where are you getting this from? Honestly, JJK ending was rushed, to be honest. Oh, damn. Okay, well, I guess I have to wait and see about that for the anime. For me personally, since I don't know the ending, I don't think bad ending means the whole story's bad. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like if I loved 3 seasons and then the last season is booty, I'm not gonna hate the whole show just because the last season was booty. I'm just gonna not like the last season. I still love the other 3. Oh yeah, shippers are super annoying. Yeah, bro, they are. So, I know people give MHA flack for the fan base, but it's like, bro, separate the fan base from the story and what's actually happening. The story is amazing. It's incredible, but like the shippers, especially the ones that ship Deku and Eri. Like, isn't she like 6? I don't get people doing that. I don't know. Shonen Jump needs to stop rushing mother. That's what I'm saying. The the whole the whole production and like the scheduling and all that stuff is like, bro, give people time. Like that's why I hate when certain animes come out rushed and you can tell and they're awful, it's like, we didn't necessarily need it right now. I'd rather them I'd rather them wait and the product is better than them rush something and then it looks like ass. Like Blue Lock, season 2. Like, man, like, cause season 1 was enjoyable. I'm not the biggest fan of sports anime, so I'm not gonna be as, like, high praising it as a lot of people. But, like, season 1 was good. Season 2 was, like, got to the point where I was like, "Ugh." Like, I even waited. I binged it, I think, because people were shitting on it like crazy. I recall people were unhappy with the Bleach ending ships because Ichigo didn't end up with, trying to think of who people would ship him with. Because I obviously he gets with the word Hime. I know some people ship him and Yoruichi. I don't think that would be much of a issue though. Like, I don't know who exactly you mean. What? Oh, Rukia. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I know, Rukia's not a fan favorite. A lot of people don't like Rukia. I think her ice form is cool. You know, her Bankai or whatever, but yeah, it is what it is. People want Ichigo and Rukia for some reason. Yeah. Okay, so that's what you mean. I've seen people say that here and there and stuff like that with Rukia. Yep. So yeah, I for me it makes a lot more sense for Rukia and Renji together. Do you guys agree with that? Rukia and Renji? Because Ichigo and Orihime makes sense, and I'm almost positive that's what happens, right? She got her man Renji. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like Rukia and Renji together makes way more sense. Like they actually grew up together in the Soul Society. Like, it's literally written right there. The what was in regards to Deku and Erika, seriously. Oh yeah, man, people are disgusting. Yeah, it's there was one, I forget what convention it was, but the voice actor for Deku was there, and one of the girls, it was like a 20-year-old girl or so, I don't even know her age, somewhere around there. And she got the microphone and she could ask any question. And she asked the voice actor for Deku, "What do you think of the shipping of Deku and Eri?" Huh? Why the fuck would you ask one of the voice actors that? What's he gonna say? "Oh yeah, I love it. They should be together." Like, what? I don't know what she was thinking with that. No, it was hilarious because the whole crowd like boos her. They're like, "Boo this girl!" Like, get her off stage. Or Hime looks like a supporting character added later. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think it's because Ruki was the girl who showed up in episode 1. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but, like, I feel like that's just towards the plot, like, she recruited him or basically gave him her powers, temporarily because he's not a full-time Soul Reaver, right? So it's just like, he needed to get the power some way, and that was the way to do it, so but yeah, I do agree the ending ship makes sense. Yeah, yeah, that's insanity. I know. Yeah, the whole thing, like I said, the whole crowd booed her, and it was funny because it's like, why the fuck would you ask that? Like, get out of here, you weirdo. Like, why would you ask? First off, why would that even run through your head? But second off, why would that be a question you ask one of the voice actors? He literally was like, I don't feel comfortable answering that. Like, can we stop? Because like multiple people had asked him stuff like that. He's like, I don't feel comfortable talking about that. Like, can we just talk about the story? Like, can we talk about what MHA actually is and not your weird fanfics? Which I 100% agree with him. I'm like, dude, why, why ask that? Like, this is so weird. That's wild as fuck. That's what I'm saying, bro. Oh, don't get me into harem romance anime. None of them ends well in the perspective of fan reception because shivers. Yeah, that's another thing. So I don't necessarily, cast aside harem animes. I will watch some, but some of them are ridiculous, and some of them are just like I'd rather see a one-on-one, relationship. I think Fragrant Flower Blues with Dignity is perfect for that. I think it's the best romance I've ever seen. Because of how wholesome and sweet it is, and like the way that Rintaro and Wagari are like falling in love with each other. It's not forced, and it's not like a love triangle or any other harem aspects, right? It's just a one-on-one relationship, and that's how it should be. So like I said, I do watch some harems. Like typically harems, I watch it for the comedy. I don't watch it for, oh, I want him to be with all these girls. Cause like I said, I prefer a one-on-one relationship. I prefer the MC to be with one character, whether that's a girl MC with the guy or the guy MC with a girl. So it's like I'd rather one-on-one. But some people, like Rent a Girlfriend, I have not that's another one, like I mentioned earlier, there's some animes I just refuse to watch. Rent a Girlfriend is another one because I'm like, I'm good. Like, rent it's what is it, like, basically prostitution, basically? Like, he's renting a girlfriend? I don't know. I haven't seen a single episode. Another one I haven't seen that, like, I feel like when if I go on Crunchyroll, I see Rent a Girlfriend and this one side by side, I just haven't watched the other one, is Quintessential Quintuplets. I'm pretty sure that's not as bad. Maybe it is. Uh, I don't know. I never view harem series as actual romance. Yeah, it's more so comedy. That's how I feel about the Quintessential Quintuplet. Yeah, I just mentioned that, yeah. Uh, I haven't seen that one, so I don't know if I ever will or not, but the best romance, in my opinion, I've seen in recent years actually isn't a pure romance. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Yes. I really enjoyed season 1 of that. I also enjoyed the second season. It's Rascal Girl Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. I think that's what it's called. I actually enjoyed that one. I more so because it was coming out week to week, and I started it week to week, but I wasn't able to remember I couldn't keep up with it with based off of the other stuff I was watching. So I was like, I'll just wait till it's done because I want to appreciate it. So I waited until it finished and then I binged it. So I actually enjoyed it a lot. I liked it as much as season one. I think there's a movie in between, right? I don't know if that's a recap movie or actually an event that takes place in between, but I have not seen the movie. I forget, to be honest, if it's actually part of it or not. Like if it's canon or if it's just a recap or whatever. Quintessential quintuplets is fine. The MC has met a girl when he's a kid, and turns out it's one of the quintuplets. The issue is he doesn't know which one of them because he forgot her name. Okay, that does seem kind of funny. Um, if I watched it, I probably would like it more so than I don't. But I just, with how many animes I watch seasonal wise anyway, I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'll just not bother with that one. Like, I'd rather just watch what's coming out right now that I'm liking. And, if I have more time during the day, if I'm off work or whatever, or even sometimes the days I do work, if I have 2 hours or something, I'll binge other animes. But like if it's one like that, I'm just like, I think I can hold off until I die or something. Like I don't need to watch it. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not saying I'll never watch it, but it's not for me right now. I don't know. Unless I got a girlfriend and she was like, "Yo, you need to watch this." Like we're watching this together, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay." Like I'll watch it with you. I don't know, man. Rascal Does Not Dream of Dreaming Girl is a canon movie, and it's a huge tearjerker. You need to check it out. The other two movies are also canon and actually builds up the second season. Oh shit. Okay, I will add that. Let me add that to the list you guys are giving me because we're adding a couple here on this list. Does Not Dream of Dreaming Girl. Okay. Okay, Dreaming Girl. And then you said there's two other movies? So there's three movies? Is that right? Because I thought I only seen something about one movie. I don't think I saw anything about three. I don't know. Hmm. That's interesting because I didn't know that. And I typically keep up with like all the anime news and stuff. Yes, there's three movies. Okay. Shit, man. I guess I have to watch them. I really liked the two seasons, so I guess I'll like the three movies. I'm surprised I didn't know that. Because I like I said, I try to keep up with all the anime news. Maybe I overlooked it. I don't know. But I feel like I definitely would like the three movies based off of how much I like the two seasons. So yeah. Okay, so we talked about summer animes. Fall animes. Has there been anything announced for fall 2026? I feel like there's been maybe a handful of them, maybe. Um, I don't know. That'll probably be the last thing we talk about. Then we'll wrap things up because honestly, I thought I might only go live for like an hour, but we're kind of heading towards two, which is awesome. By the way, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out. It's a closure of Sakuta's sister. Oh, okay, that's cool. Haven't seen any yet? Okay. Yeah, bro, we'll have to watch them at some point and talk about them. Me and you talk about all the stuff we watched. So, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Knapsack Kid. It's a closure of Sakuta's own family issue. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll have to check them out. But yeah, so like, if anyone can recall any fall animes, if not, we'll wrap things up. And like I said earlier in the live, we might go live Monday, Tuesday, talk about animes and stuff like that. All three movies are canon events before the second season. Okay. Dang, I wish I watched them before the second season now. Okay. I'll have to check them out for sure. I appreciate you letting me know because, like I said, I might have overlooked it or something. Maybe that's why I didn't know. But honestly, man, yeah, I think this was a really good live. I actually beforehand was not sure how this was gonna go, but this was great. And like I said earlier, as far as I know, I think this goes straight to my channel. So if anyone missed it, I think after this, you can like, comment, share, all that stuff, right? So appreciate you guys. W Live, yes, sir. I appreciate you guys a lot. That means a lot to me. You guys showing up in the chat and everything. I really appreciate that. So I don't know if there's ever going to be a way, if there's a way to add other people, or if, because I think that would be pretty cool if anyone ever wanted to come live with me on here and we could discuss stuff. But if not, I would just go live by myself. Rent a girlfriend is really just bad plot wise. MC got done by his girlfriend that started to rent a fake. Okay, yeah, he lied to all his friends and family that this is his real girlfriend. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay, yeah, I won't even bother. I won't even waste my time with it then, bro. Like all four seasons is just this. Oh, really? That's they just recycle the same garbage. He never goes anywhere. That's ridiculous. Mm. It's Togen. Man, it's that bad. Holy shit. Okay, if you guys say that, I'm not touching it. Yeah, screw that. I would rather not. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna wrap things up. He pays to get that girl out. Yeah, that just sounds weird, man. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. We're gonna wrap things up. It's getting close to midnight, so people be calculating how much money he spent on her. Yeah, that's crazy. Dog has another girl who likes him, but doesn't want her. Makes no sense. That sucks. That sucks. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you being here. And as far as I know, this will go straight to my channel. So like, comment. If anyone knew, I don't know if this goes to people, they can see it and subscribe to my channel. If you can subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you guys Monday, Tuesday when we go live again. Thanks, guys.